Greetings and salutations, everyone. Welcome to another episode of my video blog. I'm coming to you from my office at Hokudai, or Hokkaido University in Sapporo, Japan. And yes, I have this neat selfie stick that my friend Omio gave me, and I was in Honolulu last time. And I'm a professor of Earth and Planetary Studies. I'm a geologist, but I study rocks from space and rocks in space, asteroids, meteorites on Earth, the pieces of asteroids, at the City University in New York City. I am mission sample scientist in charge of the science division known as Mission Sample Science of the OSIRIS-REx mission, which is NASA's New Frontiers 3 asteroid sample return mission, which is incredible, by the way. So exciting to be involved in this mission. Professor here at Hokudai and a research associate at the American Museum of Natural History in New York City, where my good friend and colleague Denton Abel, who is curator of meteorites, has been so generous to build a really awesome and outstanding group of meteorite cosmochemists, asteroid scientists, to study and look at many issues related to our science. He has developed a really wonderful academic container for fostering creativity there. Which is what we have here at Hokkaido University. And Hokudai is one of the most cutting-edge institutions as far as research, scientific research goes in the world. For cosmochemistry and meteorite studies, Yorimoto Sensei has one of the most cutting-edge labs in the world for analytical equipment, and is, without question, both a genius and an artist. And of course, Shogo Tachibana-san, he also is doing cutting-edge research experiments, condensation experiments, and all kinds of really cool experiments related to meteorites and early solar system formation. And he is my counterpart on Hayabusa 2, the JAXA space mission. Last week I had the great pleasure of meeting Elizabeth Tasker, who is a professor of physics here at Hokudai, and is an avid writer, not just of science and science articles within her own scientific discipline, but also about science and different aspects of science. She interviewed me. She's going to be interviewing Shogo-kun and I on Tuesday morning to look at doing a piece about the two of us and our relationship with respect to both of our missions. And her enthusiasm is really infectious, and she gave me a wonderful idea of how to use my Google Plus page, which I've been trying to think about how to use it. I've thought about deleting it, but it's clear it's a great venue for me, and for her for short, for discussing science issues and posting about science, which not just reposting like you do in Facebook and sharing, but actually writing about it, which is what I started to do, and it's been really rewarding. Today I wrote about geology, about the Himalayas and Nepal, because if anybody has been living in you've been living in a box somewhere, you might not have heard this, but a 7.8 on the Richter scale earthquake hit right outside of Kathmandu, the epicenter, yesterday. And to all those people in Nepal, heartfelt sympathies, and it's just devastating earthquake. A 7.8, folks, is not anything to shake a stick at. That is an enormously powerful earthquake, make no bones about it. And I have some new friends here that are from Nepal. Chef is from Nepal, and his wife, Jasmine, and she reported yesterday that their family seems well, and friends seem well, and at least they're not hurt. Let me put it that way. Maybe they're not well, but they're not hurt. And he's an amazing chef, and the food, the Nepalese food, is unbelievable. So I've been going there and enjoying it. Who knew? Go to Japan and find food from Nepal and fall in love with it. It's wonderful. This container of learning here has been so exciting. So I'm so stimulated in so many ways, and the week is going to be incredibly busy. As I said, Elizabeth's going to be interviewing Shogo and I on Tuesday morning. Tomorrow I have a department talk on my science related to the Itokawa samples that were brought back that I've talked to you about in several other episodes, and I'll be also weaving in discussion about the OSIRIS-REx mission, Mission Sample Science, the OSIRIS-REx mission. Hopefully we'll have some fun and some really good discussions like we did at my public talk. And then Tuesday afternoon is my class. I'll be lecturing in my class and discussing the paper this week. We're going to be discussing spectroscopy of asteroids related to meteorites, and reading a paper by my colleague Jess Sunshine, and all that I was involved in this study many years ago in 2008, which is in part the publication of that science paper is what got me become a member of the Osiris Rex team. Yay! And Wednesday's a holiday. It's a former emperor's birthday on Wednesday, so no work. Except for me. I will be Skyping in or FaceTiming in to Arizona to the Drake building where we have basically our mission center for Osiris Rex, because we have an all-day Science Executive Council meeting where different members of the Science Executive Council get together, and we get together every 3 months in person to discuss issues related to the mission. And I can't stress enough how important it is to be physically present and talk to each other about the specific subject matter that you need to talk about, rather than just Skyping or telecons or whatever. I spent half my life on telecons. You can get more work done in one day than you can in weeks worth of telecons if you're in person together. This I can guarantee you. This is incredibly important, and that's one of the many reasons why going to conferences is so important. Whatever your field is, going to conferences every so often is incredibly important to rejuvenate yourself and to learn. This is one of the many reasons why I'm an academic, because I am a lifelong student. I constantly want to learn. That's what we are in academics. Professor, the attitude with merit, the view with merit is that you constantly want to learn. And so we do. I have my student, Jasmine Barron, and many things that she's going to be teaching me over the next couple of years. I can't wait to learn, because I don't have the time to do all this kind of research that I would like to do. So she's going to be doing it. She's going to be developing along her own pathway, but teaching me about the science we're doing together, which is wonderful. So Thursday, Suneda-san's coming. Suneda-san is a professor of solar physics, if I remember correctly. He is the general director of ISAS, one of JAXA's, or the Japanese Space Agency's, divisions. It's like Johnson Space Center, for example. It studies solar system science, and he's coming to spend the whole day with us here at Hokudai to talk with Yorimoto Sensei and Teshibana Sensei and myself, and undoubtedly there'll be a nice dinner afterwards, and I'm really looking forward to it. It's really exciting. And then Friday will be spent cleaning up the rest of the stuff I have to do. And then we have Golden Week here in Japan, which is a huge holiday. I will be working for quite a bit of it. I'm trying to get finished several chapters of a book that I want to start looking for a publisher. But I'll be sure to take a little time off to go and see some sights and the cherry blossoms, which are blooming now. The second earliest time in 60 years that they've been keeping records of it here at Hokkaido, that the cherry blossoms has been blooming. Well, I've got to go, so back to work. Okay, everybody, take care. Have a great day. Goodbye from Sapporo.